All right, welcome back to more. The Roottrees are dead. I keep forgetting to unmute myself because we had 5 children, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. We should probably Grandma Laura. And what's her grandpa's name? My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. I wonder which grandpa it was, though. Was he a... He was a professor. The professor! Carl is this guy, right? Look at his smooth face. Fucking smooth skin. Yeah, Carl Roottrees. Brenda is his wife. Ah, I'm still getting used to the interface. Brenda White. I don't know if you gotta tell her. What about Carl Jr.? Yes. What about? Wait, I only unlocked these guys. Or gals, I suppose. Brenda White. You stumble across an auction for a black-blue dress that's Brenda White original. The auction described it as a vintage dress for before Brenda became a Brenda Roottrees and started designing clothes for Root. Ah, pre-rolls are back on. Okay. Whoa, no photo for the woman that birthed those 3 daughters? Makes you think. It does. What am I thinking? I don't know. Man, fucking, you know how like mindfulness is about like being in the moment and just only experiencing things like right now and not really being in your head? They should just make you stream. Cause when I'm live, I forget to think. I don't have any thoughts developing at all. I thought the dress was white and gold. It was always blue and black. All right. Okay, so Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees. So what's a cousin? A cousin is somebody who you share grandparents with? Well, that could be any of them. Whoa, split up. Yes. Okay. We don't need to have that end right now. Siblings are in birth order. Oh, always siblings are always in birth order. Okay. Wow. Tutorial. And you know what? There we go. We can just put you there. Just in case we need that image. Hi, Scully. Oh, bye, Scully. Once you verify... I'm kind of confused on how you verify people, though. Oh, I need 3 more correct blood relatives before they will lock in. Okay. I feel like Farmer would be a better name for you, but whatever. Carl Roottrees. No, you weren't a CEO. What was... Well, I mean, he ran his own company eventually. Ah, go away, Rubber Ducky. Carl Roottrees died in a recent plane crash, along with his wife, Brenda Roottrees, and their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was the president of the Roottrees Company. Oh, president of the Roottrees Candy Company. The lock and mechanic is super nice. Locktober. It is with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl. Brenda. Family's in shock. Carl's an incredible man. Filling his absence will be difficult. One of them seems to be, yes, of course. He's not a CEO, he's the president. The 5th president, which would make him the 1st president. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked in. You've also locked the following optional entries. I don't know, it's just so funny. I see it phrased like that. Just having a little picture of her. Alright, we can also put a different picture of Carl there. I'm married, see? I'm married, see? Wise guy, huh? Okay, so now we understand what the gameplay loop is. Okay. So the other blood relatives did not want to bankroll. Okay, the 5 children. Cool chocolate. That's not really a thing. Bad blue raspberry. So strawberry. Awesome apple. Power plum. If you're gonna do like alliteration, you can't half-ass it. You can't be power plum and awesome apple and so strawberry. Although so strawberry already is kind of a weak one. But then bad blue raspberry. Actually, I guess just bad blue raspberry breaks the mold. Also, look, one of the kids was named Elderberry. He named all his children after the first thing they ate. You should not be giving kids chocolate. Isn't it poisonous for them? These names are 90s. Corey, this is 1920. Oh, I guess you mean the candy. Never mind. Yeah, I guess so. Business watch. Elias has a daughter. Yes. With the help of his son, Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm, a new industrialized... Okay, so clearly his first child... One of these is Elias. Roottrees Jr. Obviously. Let's use the computer. Let's go up top. Up top. Elias Roottrees Jr. Name is listed on the website about historical buildings in Butler County. He's listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called Hunchtop House. You attempt to find more information about the man in the building but come back empty. Did you try Googling it? Oh, you have. Okay. Have you tried Googling this? Butler County is located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. While the Roottrees Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city, the company began on a small farm within the Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history with the family. Local paper. In my periodical search now, as a side note, a video called "The Roottrees Are Dead" was once set in Butler County, and it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County or even had any connection to Butler County. Is the game trying to metamize me? The Roottrees Are Dead, not to be confused with a similar game called The Floopnees Are Bread. It's a video game about a fictional family called the Roottrees, and about discovering their lineage after the Roottrees sisters are killed in a plane crash. Oh my god. The creator has not been there. Instead, he just randomly picked somewhere on the map near a major metropolitan area. That sound reasonable and hope not to somehow accidentally offended the people that actually live there. Fair enough, fair enough. What about the Butler? Has played host to many. Let's look at 5 pieces. Okay, how about Elias? It also mentions that Elias Jr. is Elias's oldest son. I mean, that makes sense. It's so sad when, like, if there's a junior, it has to be the first son or daughter. No, it's usually a son, right? Because if you had it would just be so sad if you had like you're like the first son and your name's like Tom, and then like the second kid's like, yes, we'll name him Elias Jr. after your father. You never lived up to the name anyway, Tom. Punch Top House. Okay. Yeah, name all your kids Junior. But like with like a Roman, so like, you know, like there's like the third, the fourth, you can have like a lowercase Roman numeral for them. Elias appeared a lot. He invented 5 pieces and had a strong focus on family. All right, whatever. We got some names, right? Where are our names? Notable Roottrees. Gwynn Rootree. Yeah, let's look her up. Who dat? Gwynn Rootree is a somewhat well-known actress. She often appeared in tabloids, especially in the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. Oh, she did a White Chicks type thing. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwynn from behind the scenes in one of the movies, which you added to evidence. Gwynn was the granddaughter of Elias Rootree. She shouldn't have been named Rootree, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. Her father took her mother's famous name. Ah, shit. It could have been either. It could be any of these 3, huh? Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant. Search the internet. Oh my god. About strange historical facts. Aloysius Herring Rootree. That's a horrible name. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, I get why you went by red. Oh, cause like red herring. Okay. Was an appointed judge and You only become a judge and politician with a name like that because you hate other people for what they've done to you. He earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only 6 days. Oh, that's even worse. Wait, so his name is Red Harry, but the nickname is only because of him being an ambassador. He served at what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. Speaking of Irish people, I watched Banshees of Inisherin last night. Kind of fucked up movie. Also, I felt really bad about Jenny. That was the saddest part of the movie. Kind of felt like Colm was just manufacturing drama. He was really he was doing a bad take, I think. I think he was clout farming with the whole charade of cutting off his fingers. Doing a little bit of trolling. Yeah, I feel so. I feel that way. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Rootree company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence. He's not even related. That's why he's the red herring. Oh, he's not even part of this. Get him out of here. Look at that. Look at that. They gave me a little red herring. All right, Gabe. All right. I was hoping, well, I thought it would be more like point and click and talk and stuff, but this is kind of cool too. This is like an interesting take. James Rootree. Is James? Is Jim the short form of James? Because I always thought that like nicknames in like the like old timey white guy nicknames, they always had to rhyme. Like Richard, shorten it, Rick, then rhyme it, Dick. That's why you called him Dick instead of Richard. Or Teddy, Theodore, Betty, Teddy. Like it, I don't know. But then like what? I don't know. I never got that. But maybe it's a cultural issue. Jim and the Diamond with his my wife, Diamond LaRue. What a name. James Roottrees and Diamond LaRue. Jim and the Diamond. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to their disco song Rolling On Down to the City. It is now in your evidence folder. Although Jim writes the majority of songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but has its fans who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. You gotta play the hits! You know? Just play the hits. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music. Other albums you might find are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Jim has become a bit of a recluse. Okay. Jim and Diamond. Oh, okay. Sound of Laughter. An album by Jim and Diamond released in 1989. You can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to have been very successful. Some basic liner notes exist on the Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states that the lyrics and guitar are credited to Jim Roottrees and the vocals are credited to his wife, Diamond LaRue. Cherry Tree is a pretty general search term. Yeah, that's fair. Wait, what did it say? Perhaps unsurprisingly, you find a lot of results for foliage. You ever accidentally go to r/trees and it's all about the marijuana? And then you're like, oh, but where am I going to find a good arborist in my area? So you decide to go to marijuana enthusiasts instead. And like, oh, finally, the subreddit for me. A guy who has a tree in his front yard that he's not sure if it's sick or not. I feel like the forward and backward isn't working properly, but maybe it is. Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum called Cool Things You Got on the Mail on a random forum about video games. Jim and Diamond still send out Christmas cards every year to Diamond's Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures with some history. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it. That's so cool. Everybody, if you want to get a Christmas card from me, write your full address, your name, your last name, the 16 funny numbers on your credit card, and on the back, the 3 funky digits. And I will get to you next Christmas. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son, Wolf. Oh, brother, you can't be called... You can't... If your name's Diamond as a stage name or whatever, that's fine. But, like, you can't call your son Wolf. You just can't call your son Wolf. As well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. The Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They're mentioned in passing an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because of the music, which she describes as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. The trio is extremely cagey about their identities. They were children of another famous musician, and they wanted that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive. And not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. Nepo babies. This is a Nepo baby. The reviewer also said, although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it, except maybe Beef Baby. There's no pictures of the flutesy performing live, but the cover from the CD says they were selling Conquistador. Has been added to your evidence. Beef Baby is a song by them? Could it be a euphemism? Perhaps the flutesies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only you had the time or resources to look into it further. Okay. I see. What about Frank Zappa's kids? What are they called? For some reason, I think he named his kids after his 3 favorite things, which I imagine would be like cocaine, milkshake, cocaine 2. Lauren Roottrees. Miracle Jr. What a fucking name, Miracle Jr. Oh. Andy, Nikki, and Nina, the Conquistador. Damn, girl. Well, moon. He must have loved the moon. The moon. He found a picture of a Christmas card from Jim and Diamond for their fan club 2 years ago. The description said it included a picture of his son Wolf listening to his parents' latest music. That's so upset. He hates it. Wolf hates it. Probably because, you know, you had to name his kid Wolf. And then also because you're making him listen to your crappy music. Who is this lady? Gwynn Roottrees. Wow. Yeah, she's notable. Look at her. His kids are legit names are Moon, Dweezil, Amit, and Diva. What a Dweezil. He must have been upset when he named the second kid Dweezil. It's just so bad. Dweezil. Oh, I get it, because backwards it's Lizud. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty it's reasonable. Oh my god. Rolling on Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks. In 1979, how a part of the society is content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East. Yeah, I mean, okay, kind of timeless, huh? Most pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. It doesn't get much play anymore. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees, great-grandson, could make disco this sweet. Peter Janowicz from MMMM. The lyrics of the song contain no clues. Oh, okay. We're rolling on down to the city. Saturday night, and you're quite a sight. The world may be burning, but I'm feeling right. Making ends meet to pay rent and eat. We can't afford gas, so we skate in the street! The guys are all rushed to say that I am pretty. Ladies blush, find me so witty. They're out to pluck tonight, what a pity. We're rolling on down to the city. I guess this is disco, it wouldn't go like that. That's okay. Politicians at large are all hopeless. The bankers in charge are all clowns. But parties sell better than protests. So signs up while we boogie down. Oh, we can listen to it. On down to the city. Who is this again? Gwynn. today. They are cooking with this. Sorry, I keep opening this. Not on purpose, but like, come on. This is what I meant to open. Maybe Wolf has LaRue as his last name. No. I kind of fuck with Disco. Yeah, that's okay. Who's James Roottrees? All right. We need to find out Elias' his children. Tabloid newspaper. Yes, 5 pieces. They flood the result. 5 pieces. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna have to skip it. Just because there's too much talking. That's all. It's messing me up. You learned that 5 pieces of the iconic candy. Although they are no longer the company's only popular product, they still sell them. They are small, colorful, shell-coated maple candies. I'm impressed with the shape of a maple leaf, although they usually have one flavor that looks more like a berry. I feel like Canada is very mapley, right? I don't know why I'm asking. I know it is. There's also a history print advertising website that claims to have 5 pieces advertisement scanned from a book. Oh no, but everything's broken. No, search. Wait, let's check the public library. Book and author? Charles Lee. Check this out. Oh my god. Oh! This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925. Grandpa! Grandpa! Wake up! Actually, has candy really changed all that much? I guess high fructose corn syrup is the main changer. A game changer, if ever there was one. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. All right, sorry, Gwynn. We'll have to put you on hold. There it is. G is for grape. E is for elderberry. Oh shit, this is important. His first daughter was named Grape. And Miracleberry. Miracleberry is a burst of beautiful blossoming blended berries. Try it today. It's from 1928. It says that the flavors are inspired by their children, and the order is grape. Oh yeah. So grape, elderberry. Okay. Wait, that's a big one. So this is a lot. This has to be Elias Jr. I feel like there aren't any good hard candies anymore. I think when you get older, you probably appreciate them even more, right? Because that's like the only thing that old people eat. Or at least that's all they have in stock. But Elias Roottrees Jr. I guess we don't have any pictures of him, huh? And his wife's name was... I wrote it down somewhere. Elias Jr. was, yep. We can delete that. Architecture. You try to find more of Elias. Punch top house, right? Small, yeah, architecture firm worked on called Hunch Top House. Oh, just a house, okay. But we don't have a picture of him, huh? Maybe Teen Blast talked about him? No? Okay, what about Business Watch? No? What about Teen Blast? Is Teen Blast? No? Okay. Okay. We don't really know. And this is probably Miracle. Miracle. Roottrees Miracle. I mean, just based on the name. No, don't give me a hint. Go away! Miracle Roottrees. What a name. You find the website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by Miracle Roottrees Estate. It's quite bare bones, but it has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. That's funny. Named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. I was gonna say maybe he had the baby with a different lady, but then... Well, it's still possible. With a birth that late, the final child of this generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. Ah, God helped him out. Nice. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. I'm sorry, what? Oh. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the Oh, he's a mega church evangelical. Okay. I see. CEO. What would you call a guy who does the preacher? Oh, a preacher. I knew that. Okay, I guess let's look up Miracle Roottrees Jr. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, there's a blurb and a flyer. Where is... There it is. Oh my god, it's XQC. Oh, an XQC Jr. 3 Generations of Miracles tour. Miracle Jr., who's said to be world famous and gets top billing. Miracle Jr. is on the notable Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees, who the flyer says will make a special appearance. Miracle Roottrees III and his wife Nicole, who are said to be the youth pastors. 68th year on God's earth. 96, huh? So wait, I guess he'd be older. He's also a preacher, I guess, huh? Children now welcome. Interesting. Oh, whoops. You on the 3rd. The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. His wife, Nicole. I'll look it up. Miracle Roottrees Jr. the third. Whoops. I don't like that. Don't look at that. Miracle third. What do you call it? Roottrees Miracle third. Miracle. Miracle. His wife Nicole. Do, 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 do. Who else is notable? Jim Lauren. Author Lauren Roottrees, a distant relative of the Roottrees sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. In the early 1960s, Rowling released a few romance novels under her married name. A little fanfare. When her publisher learned she has been keeping diaries about her famous family, she insisted she release them under her original name. The collection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars spans from the untimely death of her husband, the coping of the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspective on changing times and socialites all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school classes. Wait, so I think one of the sisters talks about her. Romance in Court. I find no recent details, though she's listed as retired. Romance in Court. Court Jester series. Wait, so it's like a romance between like a lady, I assume, and the jester. Oh, okay, different romances, but told via the same narrator. You can probably surmise the narrator's profession. Oh, I see. Okay, the profession is the okay. The book has had some popularity when they were released in the late 60s. Now 30 years later, they aren't in high demand. That's fair. A Life Between Wars. Public library search. Already I forgot her name. Can I have two tabs open? It's called Windows for a reason. Hardcover, it seems you've hit the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You can find a hardcover edition for students that has full page, high quality pictures in it. A summary of the contents of the books, as well as some particularly relevant interests from the diaries, have been added to your evidence. Oh shit. 7 pieces of evidence. Holy crap. Oh my god, okay, this is a lot. Oh my god, he's a pirate! He's a pirate! Okay, let's read. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Roottrees' diary pages in A Life Between Wars. Lauren Roottrees is one of the notable Roottrees that should be marked on the chart. The book was published in 1965. The important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Great. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son, Clark Kent. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. Wait, so how does Lauren relate to distant relative of the Roottrees sisters? Who could it be? Oh, don't forget, family trees use surnames from birth, even if the person changed their last names after marriage. Always use a person's most recent occupation, genealogy for dunces. Surnames from birth, okay. Oh, but she must have been, she has a star, right? Oh. What are the two stars that we're missing? Gwynn? This has to be Gwynn. Yes. And then this has to be that lady, whose name is, I forgot. Lauren. Author. Elias. No, not Elias, sorry. Jacob Rafferty. Yeah. Because they only had one son named Clark Rafferty. Who clearly a lot of stuff happened to him. The reason I know this is because Gwynn, I mean, she looks like she would not be satisfied by one man. But more than that, Roottrees never remarried. Like Lauren never divorced from Jacob. By skimming the pages of the diary, you gleaned she was a great granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Oh, okay, we can just verify that right now. Yes. On her father's side. Yep, that makes sense. Well, actually, it could be either way, but I'm almost positive. Her mother's family was called the Cossells, but she hardly ever mentions them. Her father, who always referred to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottrees company and helped write a legal document called the Clan's Trust. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for different generations of their family. The 5 pieces? Okay. Lauren's father was in this generation. The next generation, the Free Spirits. Interesting. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Roottrees' Diary, written in 1953. The entry seems to focus specifically on one of the Lauren Roottrees family members, Gwynn, who is on the notable Roottrees. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwynn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. Wait, an entry entitled Complaints. Yes, she has 3 younger brothers, and Gwynn is an only child. I could fix her. She's an actress! Actress. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Lauren, Gwynn, and Roottrees Miracle Jr. Yes! Booyah! Uh-oh, a knock at the door.
You're on a roll.
Yes.
I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important-looking papers. You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Okay. Honestly, this game is saucy. It has the sauce, it has the zhuzh. It's, yeah. There's a lot of reading, obviously, but it's fun. It's interesting. I like the sleuthing and like the note taking. I'm worried that next session I'm going to forget everything though. But yeah. I think okay, so I think we're gonna call this episode 2. And I'll see you in the next one. And then